Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the cold Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. You know, not a better time than today to think about relaxing. And it's only a drive away. I'm talking about Miami Beach, Florida. Yes, that Miami Beach with its 7 miles of beaches, its international cuisine, its art and culture. And you could win a hotel stay in Miami Beach and a tank full of gas. But you can only win if you call in and give us your name and phone number. Leave your name and phone number. Don't leave your name. Don't leave your phone number. Leave them both. Call 352-732-8000. That's 352-732-8000. Paradise, Miami Beach. Got to be a whole lot warmer than Ocala. And it's only a drive away from your friends here at WOCA, The Source. Let's go out to the phone lines and join Galen Unall from Life South. He's brought to you every day by Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Galen, Miami is a place I'd like to be right now because it's got to be a whole lot warmer than it is here.
Yeah, it's probably in the 60s, and I think you can live in the 60s. You know, it's proven you can't live in this weather outside. You will die of exposure.
100%.
This is deadly. This is probably more deadly than the virus we're facing right now, I think.
If everybody was outside,
for me, I'm more likely to die of this than I am of COVID.
100%, I am as well. You know, I used to live in Fort Myers, Florida. Lived there for 2 years, and it's all relative to the cold because one day I remember the coldest day I remember in Fort Myers in the 2 years I lived there. It was like 49 degrees one morning. And it was like 7:30 in the morning. It's like 49 degrees. And I go out and, I got on a pair of sweatpants and I got on a heavy T-shirt, but not a long sleeve shirt, as I'm walking my dog. And I look across the parking lot and here's a lady in ski pants, ski parka, a mask, mittens. And I'm thinking,
safety first, Tom.
I'm thinking,
safety first.
To her, it's probably, 30 degrees outside. Because she's probably, so I went over and I said, hey, I noticed you're kind of warm. She goes, yeah, it's really ridiculously cold. She was shivering and everything. And I go, where are you from? She goes, I lived in Naples all my life till I moved up here about a year and a half ago. And, up here from Naples is like 25 miles.
I was going to say, what is that, a 30-minute drive?
Yeah. But she was literally, because she grew up in Southwest Florida all her life, 49 degrees was just like 30 degrees to you and I.
That's right. But again, you don't hear me complaining when it's 100. I kind of smile to myself and like, yes.
That is the one beautiful thing about the Fort Myers area, though.
It doesn't get 100.
It doesn't get 100. Because you got the breeze blowing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The 100-degree temperature happens in, as crazy as it sounds, north and north-central Florida getting 100-degree weather.
Correct.
Down south.
Yeah, because we don't get that breeze.
Down south, they get 90 degrees, 95 degrees, but they get a 20-mile-an-hour wind. So you never know that it's 95 degrees.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand.
Speaking of heat, I'm planning a birthday trip in July for my 55th, my double nickels. Because that was my, that was my football number, so I'm getting to my football number age, double nickels. And
never thought I'd see the day.
I didn't look. If I'd have thought in my 20s I was going to last this long, I'd have probably took better care of myself and not done the things I was doing. Or if I'd have known I was going to live this long, I'd have done the things I was doing heavier and died earlier. One or the other.
There you go.
I'm probably going with the latter if I had to be take a guess. But so I'm going to Vegas for my birthday.
Okay.
In July.
Well, nobody ever said that Tom Schmitz is smart. Nobody ever said, that Tom, he's a bright dude. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas in July when it will be, in Vegas.
$1.10 probably. $1.05, $1.10.
And for their donation gifts, they give these car alarm thermometers away so that you don't enter your car until your gauge inside your car reaches a certain level, or you can sit down and pass out and die from the heat and die. Yeah, that's a real thing in Vegas. And the leaving things in your car. You can leave it running and things can die in there, even if the air conditioning's on full blast.
I learned this. I drove out to Vegas in 1996. One of the many dumb things I've done in my life. I drove cross country to Las Vegas. To Las Vegas. Are you ready for this?
So cool.
In a what was the little cars that Chevrolet made? The Metro. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah,
you didn't go in style.
No, the Geo Tracker. I wasn't in a Geo Metro. I was in a Geo Tracker.
Not any better.
No, not any better.
Don't act like that's an upgrade.
No. Yeah. But it was the hard top Geo Tracker, not the soft top. So at least it wasn't as noisy as it could have been.
You're a man. So that's important that you're not in the
right. And the only car worse than the Geo Tracker was the Suzuki Jeep. You know what I mean? So when we're driving cross country, we get out to Vegas, and the lady asked us at the CVS we were out there. She goes, "Do you have a temperature alarm?" Because I was in there buying saline because my nose was bleeding profusely from being dried out. And I go, "What do you mean a temperature alarm?" And she explained it to us, and I go, "Okay, well we're good. We're from Florida." She goes, "Okay, I'm just telling you." I go, "No, we're good." So I'm sitting in, and this is my wedding. This is my wedding honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
I'm there with my wife, with my new wife, and she goes into a department store in Vegas, and I don't want to go in the store. We're off the strip, and we're over at a little mall, and I don't want to go in. Right, so I'm sitting in the car. I got the car running, the air conditioning cranked up as high as it could go. Clark County cop pulls up behind me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Comes up, knocks on the window. I roll the window down. He goes, "Sir, are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah. My wife's in there shopping." He goes, "Well, I wouldn't sit in this car very long with this kind of heat." Now, this is July because we're there in July again. And it's like 110. And I go, "Yeah, but the air conditioning's running." He goes, "Yeah, you tourists all think the same thing." I was sitting in a car with an air conditioner running, and the cop was concerned about my safety.
Absolutely. No, I mean it's a real thing here. There, it's they put warnings of how long you should be outside. Like you don't stay outside for more than like 7 minutes.
Oh, there's no walking on the strip in July. You don't walk on the strip in July.
Not in the day.
No.
You can do it at night a little bit because it does get a lot cooler at night.
But not during the day.
No, and it's like, I don't think I can make it another step hot.
And the reason...
Yeah, but that makes sense that you're going in July. Well, I can see that logic.
I'm also good. Well, in my lifetime, I've been to Vegas in July every year from 1998 to 2007. I was in Vegas for 6 weeks in July every year.
Yeah, because of the World Series of Poker.
Exactly.
That's why they have it in July, because there's nothing else going on in the
nobody
casinos.
else when you say there's nobody else in Vegas, but the lovely thing about Vegas is at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, usually in December. Now I like to go in December when the when the rodeo's there, the national championship for the rodeo's there. And it's 70 during the day, it's 25 at night because the desert gets cold. People forget how cold the desert can get, but you go there, and what I love about Vegas is even in July, you go to Vegas, except during COVID, I don't know about COVID, but regularly, 300,000, 400,000 people walking up and down the strip at 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely correct.
It does not matter.
Or a big fight or anything going on. So, yeah.
And
you gotta love the Super Bowl. I'll bet you the Super Bowl is crazy.
March Madness is crazy. The Final Four, ridiculous.
That makes sense.
Ridiculous.
That makes sense.
But you know what I love about Vegas is, especially if you go in November, December, October, November, December, those areas, football season. Football games start at 9. They're done by 4 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you got the rest of the evening.
Right.
You can go to shows and everything, but you can still bet on all the football because it's over at like 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And there's a lot of times somebody goes, yeah, but you got to get up at 9 to watch. There's a lot of times you're still up from the night before when the 9 o'clock game kicks off.
Sleep. There are no clocks inside the casinos.
And they pump the oxygen in, baby.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's going to be fine.
That is the fun. I've tried on numerous occasions. You know that game, the Hidden Mickeys, that you play at Disney World? That their Imagineers have hidden Mickeys,
Yeah.
all over the 4 theme parks and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
A buddy of mine, 2 of my buddies actually, Ryan and David, when we went out to Vegas one year, we wanted to play the hidden clock game to see if we could find a clock anywhere in a casino. We found one on a desk inside the cage that you couldn't see the clock unless you were looking for it. It was way on the back wall, but it was like sitting on somebody's desk. It wasn't like hanging or anything. It's the only clock I've ever seen inside a casino in Vegas.
and like the dealers don't wear watches.
No.
I mean, it's an intentional thing. Yeah.
They don't want you to know what time it is.
No.
But I'm getting ready. I am getting ready. I'm toughening my skin up, getting ready, because somebody goes, toughen your skin, you're going to out by the pool and all, sun's no. Toughening my skin, getting ready for playing the don't pass line. Getting ready. Getting ready.
Because you're that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I was once in Vegas for 3 weeks. That's the longest I was been there. I was there for a trade show. And I remember one day, it was like on the weekend because the trade show only went Monday through Friday. And I just sat in the pool trying to rehydrate my skin. So just trying to get my levels up. So, yeah, you can't drink enough water. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Vegas, but what are you going to do?
But I'm going the right time, flying out on a Sunday, flying back in on a Wednesday. So the radio show will be sparse that week. But, it's my 55th birthday.
July.
It's my 55th birthday.
It's July.
Yeah. I think you and Joe can hold the fort down, I think.
It'll be fine. Who knows what Joe's going to talk about.
Well, you never know.
Always fun.
Hey,
always fun.
Let's take a break real quick, hear from our good friends at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and come back on the other side. How about it?
Do it.
All right, we'll be right back after this timeout.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Galen Unall joins us from Life South, as he does every day, thanks to the good folks at Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated. Serving Marion County for over 30-plus years, Penn Flooring owes every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. Penn Flooring is a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solutions for your flooring needs and having experience in both commercial and residential fields. Go see their spacious showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, Ocala, Florida. Plus, call them if you need some information, 352-351-3420. Plus, we'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions about Palm Garden or how they're handling COVID-19, please call 352-854-6262. That's 352-854-6262. Let's go back out to the phone lines and join Galen Unall. Galen, are you on your way to Gainesville or you're working in town?
Yeah. I'm on my way to Gainesville today.
On your way to Gainesville.
Our blood supply's in such bad shape. We're having emergency meetings all day, it seems like.
So give us a traffic update then on the interstate. Flowing pretty good?
Good. Yeah, no problems. No
Good.
problems.
It's always good
This
to hear.
afternoon, it'll start to get a little bad. This week and next week, and all the way through till probably the 4th, the traffic will be kind of a little worse. But there's a lot less Canadians on the road, which is fantastic.
Well, they can't
we're
come
the worst
in.
drivers on the planet.
They can't come in the country.
But they can. Sure they can. Sure they can.
They got to
They're Canadian.
quarantine.
They can do whatever they
well,
want.
They think.
Whatever the heck. Not Florida, they don't.
Yeah.
They just need to spend their money.
You know, I talked to you about traffic. I was driving through yesterday the worst interchange in all of Florida, in my estimation. But I may be changing my mind. And I'm talking about...
Orlando?
No, I'm talking about the 200 and I-75 interchange. On 200 where I-75 is, that used to be, you know, they recently did some work and made a couple extra lanes and widened some, lanes.
Not nearly as bad as it used to be.
Not nearly as bad as it used to be. I was there yesterday about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like,
not bad.
Wow, because, I went that way, and I went, gosh, dog it, I didn't mean to come this way. I hate going this way. And I got over there, and I was like, this is not as painful as I remember it being.
No, they've done a lot over there. And if you go at like 5:30, it's kind of rough. But it's not bad there at all anymore. They really fixed it as much as they could for what they had. I
as
think
much
did a
as they
pretty good
can
job.
with all the. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 high volume businesses just to the west of the interstate. And I mean, I go to one of them, a big warehouse where you buy, in bulk and everything over there. And I go to one of them, and it's all of them bottled in there together. Right there, that 38th Street is just not good. But the DOT's done as good a job as I think they could do, and it's not near as painful as it once was. Now, if they could just do something with, Airport Road and 200 and 80th and 200, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up having to widen both of them. We'll see. 60th is okay once you get past, the initial little part there.
But 80th is
once you
ridiculous.
get by the airport, it's fine.
80th
is always going to be ridiculous because of the amount of cars that are around there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I saw today, and I told you that we would talk about it, but it kind of caught you a little bit off guard. The University of Florida has canceled the rest of its non-conference schedule. They're only going to play conference basketball games the rest of the season. Here it is, the middle of December. You usually play a lot of out-of-conference games in November, December, and early January. This is going to be a big deal to have to cancel those games. They've canceled FAMU, FAU, UNF, and James Madison to end up December. The next game they'll play is Vanderbilt, a conference game. But people that think that 2021 is going to be different. It's not going to be different. We're still in the same operating system we were in 2020, and sports is indicative of that with Florida canceling its non-conference games.
Yeah, I understand why, and this probably has more to do with the Kenyatta just injury and the blow to that team. Thankfully he's going to be all right. He'll live. I don't know if he'll ever play basketball again, which is a shame. But I think this team kind of needs to regroup. They've had COVID. They've faced a lot. And it's a very young team, and I also think this is going to hurt the head coach because these are the kind of games that you get your stats right. You get your wins. You get, this is the easy part of the schedule, and so you go in against a team like Vanderbilt that could shoot lights out. I don't care what 5 people they put on the court. They can all shoot the 3. And now that's going to be the first team you face coming back. It's a difficult challenge. So I really didn't think they were going to make the tournament this year anyway. So this is going to be rough for them this whole season. And it'll probably be, Coach Mike White's last season with the Florida Gators.
How far has the SEC fallen that Kentucky doesn't seem to be able to win a basketball game? Florida, with all the adversity they've faced with injury, with a player collapsing at Florida State, the crux of this league.
Florida hasn't been at the top upper echelon of the
Since
SEC
Billy left.
in a long time. Yes, because Mike White's not the answer. They keep thinking he is. They keep giving him another year. COVID saved his job last year. So the SEC isn't nearly as deep as it used to be.
No.
I think the ACC is a much better conference from top to bottom in basketball. And then you've got all the other mid-majors, I think, that have really caught up with the SEC. Auburn's a really good basketball team. Alabama's dramatically improved. Tennessee's going to be very, very good this year. So we'll see. But Florida's not in that top level.
No.
And hasn't been.
And the ACC, by the way, the ACC is very good without the perennial blue bloods being the talk of the league. Carolina's not good
Carolina's
this year.
going to be
Carolina's
fine. They're going to be fine.
No, I know they will.
Different issue. Carolina will end up being, a 3 seed. Florida State could be the 1 seed.
Florida State could be the number 2 seed overall behind Gonzaga if the season shakes out the way it does.
Correct. But North Carolina will figure it out. I think.
Carolina will end up being a 3 or a 4 seed.
Yeah, and I think Coach K will make it. He'll make it as like a 5 or a 6 seed. It's still early. These teams don't have to get right until March. Kentucky will be all right. They've got too much talent not to.
The fact that Duke and Carolina, though, both are struggling early on in the season is not something that ACC fans are used to seeing. And believe me, as a Carolina fan, it helps my heart that Duke struggles. Believe me. But Roy Williams and that Carolina group dig themselves a hole that's hard to dig out of in January, February, and March.
Well, and again, who knows what's going to happen with this season? They are going to do the bubble for the NCAA tournament. I think they're definitely going to, because we're talking by March. The vaccines are coming really, really quickly.
Yeah, Moderna are going to be approved today.
Yeah, they're all 3 approved and moving forward and already starting to ship out. And again, what that vaccine does is it alleviates the fear. So people will start talking about the number of vaccinations given instead of the number of positive test results. I think my son will probably be quarantined today, so he won't be able to play basketball over the entire winter break with his team. And it's those kinds of things that are just continuing to be like a little needle in us. The death rate continues to drop from COVID, which I think is fantastic. So we're learning how to deal with the virus, and now the vaccine's coming, and that fear will decimate dramatically.
And that's the thing, is every day we learn more and more about this virus. 10 months ago, we didn't know anything about this virus. Now we're learning more and more. We got a vaccine. So I think.
You know what? That's not entirely true. 10 months ago, we already had the DNA genome broken down. That's a year ago, the CDC and the WHO already had the genome. They just didn't share it with any of the pharmaceutical companies.
Well, the world didn't know it. The World Health Organization may have, but the world at large didn't know it.
CDC knew it. Right. Yeah. Well, the people inside did.
Right. Insiders knew it, but the world on as a whole didn't know about it. Hey, Galen, tell us where the Bloodmobile is today.
Hey, Bloodmobile today. We're going to be at Frank DeLuca Toyota, so come by and see us, and please get blood. We're in emergency need of everything. We have less than a 1 day's blood supply of every product that we have. So please just come by and see us right there on the boulevard at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard and donate blood.
Thanks, Galen. Talk to you Monday. Have a good weekend.
All right, be good.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
To lose the most, but Google is more likely to lose. That's the word of legal experts as 5 separate major antitrust lawsuits bear down on big tech. They are DOJ versus Google, Texas versus Google, Colorado versus Google, Federal Trade Commission versus Facebook, and states versus Facebook. These cases share a common principle. Google and Facebook have made the world worse by stifling competition. Reuters is reporting the United States is set to add dozens of Chinese companies, including the country's top chip maker, SMIC, to a trade blacklist on Friday. Last week, Nigeria was again reeling from a mass kidnapping, this time more than 300 boys from an all-boys boarding school in Katsina, northwest Nigeria. Jihadist group Boko Haram said it had seized students to punish them for un-Islamic practices. Nigeria's government reported the boys have been returned late Thursday. This is USA Radio News.
The stress levels of Americans may be at an all-time high. From education to business to basic needs to politics, the 2020 pandemic-related stressors are pushing many of us to near breaking point. That's why you should consider the stress and pain-relieving products from sunny-bay.com, like our lavender neck wraps and pads infused with premium